So we're going to add the helper to create the rig. All right. So from the standard primitives create tab, you go to helpers and you create a dummy. Click and drag. Doesn't matter how big or small it is and where it is, we just want it to be visually seen, so it can be selected. Now what we need to do is we need to link our objects to the dummy. Okay, so this is the link and unlink option. So you click on the link option, click the card and drag it onto the dummy. Now if you select the dummy and move it, the card moves it, and then if you want to select the card, it moves individually as well. Okay, so we'll do the same thing with this wheel. Link it, so you click and drag, and then when you release it, the dummy becomes white, so you know that everything is linked. So you need to test to make sure everything is linked. Okay, so once everything is linked, now we need to animate. I'll select this and right click and we'll hide it, hide selection. Alright, so we just have this one now. What we need to do is animate it. So in the beginning it is in one place, and after some time it is in another place. Okay, this is how animation works. We need to tell the computer where the object is at when the movie starts, and after some time what happens to the object. So we specify what happens to the object later on, and then the initial key is created automatically by 3ds Max. So you turn the auto key on, and then you select the helper and drag it, and you can see an automatic key is created, so it registers the beginning place and the end place. Okay, now if you go to the motion panel, you go to the motion path, and you can see that you have an animation. Okay, so you play on it, and again this is the first principle of animation: slow in and slow out. We talked about this in the previous class. I'll just repeat it again. These dots represent each image, and you can see that the object is moving. You can explain it here. The object is moving slowly in the beginning. Okay, so from one frame to another the movement is less, and as it goes forward the movement becomes big from one frame to another. Okay, so slow in, it starts slow, it speeds up, and then it slows down before it comes to an halt. Alright, so that is automatic. Now what we need to do is we will just say that the cart was lying up like this when the movie started. So I just moved it in one axis. Okay, you have to be very precise about it. You can even right click here and then see that it is rotated at say 25 degrees. Okay, so if I drag this, now the cart is always up. And then what we will do is in the end, when it stops, the cart tilts down. Okay, so the cart tilts down. Okay, so after some time what happens is, because of the jerk, because of the start of the motion, the cart will come down and then it will continue to go down. Okay, so it comes down, and after some time it tries to balance up. Okay, so it goes down, then it balances up, and then just rocking a little bit, and then after 75 it goes down, or it can be dragged. So once you create animation you can even drag it, so as it stops it goes down. Okay, so if you play this, Okay, so I think this 80 is much better. Okay, so it comes and then it moves down. Wonder how much it is rotated down. I think it's not enough. It should be minus 25. If you want to be precise, it doesn't really matter. Okay, all this when auto key is on. If you're making any changes when the auto key is off, then the whole thing is going to mess up and then you have to start again. We will not go into that because it will take a long time to show and fix things. But that's what is happening. Now we need to rotate our wheels. So again at the end the wheel will be rotating, so we need to find the rotation axis. Okay, you have to zoom in and out to get that correct axis. So it is, you can see it is the y-axis and it has to be moving in negative. So negative, if you type 360 it becomes 0, so we can type 359, so it will take one rotation. Okay, why it did not animate? So negative 360, you can see in the center of the screen just above the cart the angle is showing, so it's negative 360. So now you can see that it is rolling. Okay, so it's 0.444 whatever, so we'll do the same thing here and it has to be negative 360. Okay, so the both wheels are going to do almost the same thing, and that's about it. We are done here. The card goes up and then the card goes down. Okay, in the next tutorial we are going to look at wire parameters. So we are going to create a rig by which when you move the cart, the wheel will rotate automatically, so you don't have to manually animate the wheel, because right now we have created 100 frame animation, and if you want to make changes, want to make 200 frame animation, or if the cart goes left or right or along a path, then you have to then keep rotating the wheels, and every time you have to make sure it looks right and all. So instead what you can do is you can create a formula by which when the cart is moved, the wheel will rotate, and that way you don't have to animate the wheel at all. You just have to animate the movement of the cart, and then the wheels will rotate automatically. So that would be awesome. So that would be in the next class. Okay.